เอ้ยจริงๆแล้วคอมไม่ควรวางไว้ที่ขานะครับพ่อแม่พี่น้องผมบอกตรงๆโอ้โหเริ่มใหม่ครับพ่อแม่พี่น้องอืม
Beto, ahoy!
จะได้ไปดู
Look, who's she with? Hi, Beto. Hi,
มา
Shinya.
ครับเริ่ม
Are we
เรียนใหม่
interrupting it?
Xiangling, woman of the
Nah,
hour.
turun.
We're just talking about you.
Beta was saying you and I should get ourselves on board sometime. Says the whole crew's been asking for us.
Seems like you three go way back. Oh, we really do. Beto and Shinyan are two of my oldest customers, and I've helped out in the kitchen.
That's the plan. Good music's meant for sharing. You guys should...
Will do. But I came here
ไปเร็ว
today.
หน่อยนะ
Sure, beats
Gina.
drinking on an empty.
Stop.
Oh, about time. I'm starving over here.
เอามาให้ไปดู
Oh,
นา
man.
ระอิตา
This chicken foo young's
คัตชิ
tasty.
กินาสุมา
Awesome.
คายกันยังมาจ้า
Oh, this food is too good for me to be soaking up the
Lindsay.
alcohol.
These three seem to have a great time with each other.
Only thing is, you've got 3 dishes here: chicken fuyang, come and get it, and crystal.
Is refreshing really a flavor?
When you spend all your time at sea, you don't have a lot of choice when it comes to food, especially on the longer voyages where you've got to stretch out your rack. First thing you want to do when you get back on dry land
ก็อยาก
is
กิน
dig
อาหาร
into
แบบ
a nice hot meal
ใช่ผัก
that's swimming in oil and has a ton of flavor.
That's the exact opposite of
มัน
Ningguang's taste.
ต่างกันลิบลับเลยแฮะ
Oh, sure is. Beto's tastes are pretty similar to mine and Xiangling's.
Ugh, Ningguang.
Yeah,
I'm
put them
sick
chewing
hearing
on
that
it.
name. Our tastes couldn't be more different. You'll never find us eating the same bowl of food.
คุณก็ได้กันนะ
Last time when you were chatting with her, Paimon thought you two seemed to get...
We're evenly matched. Guess that makes us equals. But I'm sorry, limp cabbage leaves are never gonna do it.
Oh, I hear ya. Steamed cabbage and broth might be upper class and look fancy and all, but man, is it boring!
So, Xinyan, are these dishes too mild for you too?
Well, not so much mild. I just...
Exactly. This is some fine cooking, no question about that. But if
Beat? Oomph?
โอ้โห
Are we sure these terms of beat? Oomph.
Beat, yeah. You know what a beat is?
No, you're both completely right.
ปังปัง
I
จะมา
actually
อะไร
thought
วะ
as much while I was cooking them. Even though this was a brand new combination, it still felt like I was missing. Seems like she's found her muse. Does that mean music theory is compatible with cooking? Hey! Paimon didn't quite get the implication, but Paimon can tell when you're being a meanie. Okay, I think I know what I need to do.
โอเค
So this went really well.
Don't hold back, just get out there and do your thing. You're a pro, Xiangling, and you've totally got this. Hands down best chef in Liyue Harbor.
well, I think so anyway. More than any other chef. And there ain't a whole lot of people I'd be willing to say that about.
I'll do my best. Thanks, everyone.
All right, we'll leave you to it. I'm gonna take Xinyan on board for a while.
ไปล่องเรือกันเฉย
Xiangling, they both had pretty strong taste. You sure that won't be a problem? Shouldn't we get a second? That's a good point. Beto likes her greasy stir
Naman lola.
fries, and Xinyan can really handle her spice. Now, who do we know whose tastes are on the mild side? Who?
ที่เธอรู้ว่าขโมยตะ
Oh,
ปู
right.
ฮะ
Makes sense. So back to Wangshu Inn?
ตะปู
Someone you just
ตะ
missed
ปู
last time we were there. Huh? Oh, Paimon remembers. He said that we just need to speak his. Will he definitely hear us
เรา
saying
เลย
his
เงียบ
name
แล้วค่อยลอง
though?
ดูไหมตะโกนเรียกชื่อเฉย จริงเหรอเนี่ยตะโกนเรียกชื่อเขาจะมาเหรอ ฮะ
Okay, let's
มา
take turns shouting his name.
เราสามารถเป็นตะโกน
Uh-huh. Do I need to do this too?
อืม
Paimon's going first.
มันก็อิงเบิร์สแอมแล้วต่อไปเราใช่ไหม
Nothing's
ถึงตอบรับเลย
happening. Let me
Hello.
try again.
เช้าเรียกมา มาจริงไหมเนี่ย
That's weird. Does he not want to hang out with us?
มันเรียกเราต้องมาจริงปะเนี่ย
Wait, so let me get this straight. Some guy
Good
with
man,
special
dear.
powers promised you both that you just need to shout his name and he'll show up?
ใช่แล้วอืม
Well, not both actually. Just one of
อ้า
us.
ย
Oh, right.
ข้างหลังเจอตัวแก๊ง
Well, you should be the one to try it then.
เธอชอบมากกว่า
Paimon
ด้วย
clearly.
ก็ได้
Okay then.
ทำไมไม่ให้นันเนียลองอ่ะนันเนียเรียก
You called?
เอ้ยหยุดกองมาแล้ว
Whoa!
โอ้
He actually came!
You spoke my name, did you not?
เห็นไหม เขามา
When
แล้
I make you a
ว
promise, I will honor it.
แน่นอนจริงๆแค่เรียกก็มา
Blink of an eye and poof! He's there! That's how you know he's an adeptus? Xiao, was it? Hi there. It was me who asked the traveler to call you here. My name's Xiangling. I'm a
Xiangling.
chef. I've made it into the finals of this year's Masterful Chefs, and I'm testing some dishes out in preparation. I'm trying to get feedback from customers with all different tastes.
บ้า
Customers,
ยังสุด
and that includes me.
ยังเท่ชาวโอ้โหไม่ได้เจอตั้งนาน
Uh-huh.
ลูกค้าสิ
The traveler says you prefer mild food. Just the kind of person I'm looking for. If you don't mind, I'd like you to try the dishes I've made and tell me your thoughts.
เออ
Since it's you, I will do it.
อย่างเข้ม
Hmm.
How is it? Are you sure you can eat it? Don't force yourself.
Tastes pretty good.
รสชาติเป็นแนวเลย
Huh? Really?
นี่นี่
I can't believe it. An adeptus says he likes my
น่าจะ
cooking.
ทาน
If my dad was here, he'd be crying tears of joy.
You excel in the culinary arts. I'm reminded of another chef I know.
ใครอ่ะ
That chef cooks dishes with soul, as do you. Both of you are masters of your craft.
เฮ้ย
What do you think he means? Smiley Yancho?
งานเช้าหรือเปล่า น่าจะเป็นงาน
If I
เช้า
had to find fault with something, the two sides are a little strong for my taste. Some minor adjustments would take this dish from excellence to perfection.
เฮ้ย
Just my own opinion. Do not fixate on it. Take it or leave it as you see fit.
All right, go easy on the sides. Okay, I got it. Thank you, Adeptus friend. It was really great to meet you.
I'll be leaving now.
เอ๊ะทำไมสิรินาวาครับไม่จะรีบกลับไปไหน อย่าเพิ่งก
See
ลับ
you next time.
เอ้าไปเฉย
Paimon still can't believe he actually came. happen if we called his name again now?
ไซมอน
Do
กู
you think he'd come back right away?
ไซมอนน้ำพึ่งตะด
Kinda, maybe, not really joking. Jeez.
กูบู
Good
กูบู
news. After 2 rounds of taste testing, I've had an idea on what to do next. Great! Lucky we picked the right people to talk to. I'd better head back and try this out a few times while it's fresh in my mind. Thanks for your help.
ไม่เป็นไร
Oh, and the final is in Eugene Terrace. You better come and watch.
ไปดูอยู่แล้ว
Will do. Good luck. You bet.
โอ้ยเชาก็มา อยากให้เรียกเข้ามาเชานาวาเจโตเอ้าโอ้นามูลมานี่โตมูลไซโยโมค่ะมูลไซโยมูลไซโยมูลมานะออโตเกียนซะคุณจะพูดเนาะตาตะโกโซทาบุเลียวไม่ซอเฮ้ยเบ๊ะฐานข้าเฮ้ยไปที่ไหนล่ะเบ้ยฐานข้ามาจ้ะโอดีโจฮะเอาให้ไปที่ไหนเนี่ยกลิ่นหอมจังเลยเจ้าที่มาปรับปรุงเมนูอันคัตโซนามุระอดีคารที่การมูนชีสกำลังขึ้นมาแล้วเรื่องราวโบราณอยู่ที่นี่เหรอรอถึงเช้าวันถัดไปชาวเราอาทิตย์แรกน่าจะหลุดหมดละ1,800เองเอาติดแบบมาไม่ถูกนะเทสต้นฮัลโหลฮะอยู่ว่าชุดอะไรนี่นาโอชิโอตงคือนาพังกระเพซกเดี๋ยวเอาวางไว้หน้าห้องฮัลโหลเอาดิโอชิเป็นนะโอชินะ
Totoko, where are you?
โอชิ
Lee is a brave girl today. I found a really weird-looking lizard. Want me to show it to you?
어떠? 그냥 바꿔.
많이
오.
먹어.
뭐 많이 먹.
안 먹어?
봐요, 뭐 있어. 뜨뜨뜨뜨. 고.
These
This
bombs
guy moon
so
sheep.
heavy.
ไม่ชีย้อนชีถอยหน่อยนะ
오도 안 갔어, 계속.
โอ้ย
시간도 안 바꿨어.
พักกดโซ
나 언제 말했어, 나갔어.
โอ้ไปดูการแข่งขันกันดีกว่า ไปเลยมันจะลดหน่อยเป็นมีออกโซตึ๊ดตึ๊ดตึ๊ดตึ๊ดเราลงไปแบบเทพๆดีกว่ามาแบบท่านไรเดนมาดูการประลองอาหารวินี่เลยนี่เลยโอ้ยนี่แหละลงมาจากข้างบนด้วยอย่างสุดเป็นไงอย่างเท่ใครยืนอยู่ใครอ่ะคุณบอกนะมาแล้วเย็นไป
Welcome, everyone, to the Masterful Chef's Final. At the appointment of this organizing committee, I am your host and officiator, Yenfei. Hey, Yenfei's here too! This event is brought to you by the Liyue Qixing in collaboration with a number of participating enterprises. The competition is divided into the selections phase and the finals.
รอบคนเดิมเลยรอบ
We saw many contestants from all over
เป็นพิธีก
Liyue
ร
in the
เฉยอย่าง
selections
เว้ย
process, and all of them were outstanding chefs in their own right. Of those, the two strongest participants were put in just a few short moments. The finals will take place right here before your very
เย่
eyes. As the
รออยู่
officiator, it is
อุ๊ย
my
ชิงลิง
honor and privilege to represent the organizing committee and indeed the people of Liyue in overseeing today's proceedings. Next, please allow me to introduce the judges. There will be a select panel and an audience panel. The three members of the select panel are
โอ้โห
the Tianquan, Lady
Mm.
Ningguang,
หนิงควาง
the Yuheng, Lady Keqing,
ก็ชิง
and last but not least,
Hello, Tian.
gourmet connoisseur
Hello, Tian.
Uncle Tian. In addition to these three, 10 judges will be chosen from among the audience to sample our contestants' dishes and cast their vote.
โอเค
That makes a total of 13 judges with 13 votes between them. Each judge will vote for their preferred finalist, and the one who receives the most votes will be today's winner.
โอเค
It's all so exciting! And now, please join me in welcoming our two contestants into the arena. Come on out!
มะนาว
To my left, a competition favorite down from Dihua. Life's harsh when you live on a marsh, but this kitchen ace will put a smile on your face.
นั้นเฉา
Hi, everyone.
Whoa! Yan Xiao made it into the finals too! But what's up with him? Yan Xiao! Chin up!
เชียร์
Shoulders
เชียร์
back! Everyone from the inn is super proud of you!
Oh,
And to my right, a stalwart of Liyue Harbor culinary scene, a little feisty with a whole lot of spicy. Give it up for Xiangling! And her
ผู้ช่วยรับของเธอ
mysterious assistant, who knows who?
โอเคผู้ช่วยรับ
One knows, it's
ผู้
Guoba!
บ่า
Hey everybody, I'll do my best!
ก็ยังกระโดดขึ้นมาอีกได้
Contestants, please repeat after me. As a finalist in Masterful Chefs, I solemnly swear to commit myself fully. As a finalist in Masterful Chefs, I solemnly swear to commit myself fully, compete fairly, and abide by.
As a finalist in Masterful Chefs, I solemnly swear to commit myself fully, compete fairly, and abide by all
And I, for my part, promise to uphold the principles of fairness, impartiality, and transparency in my officiation of the proceedings. Now, I will hand things over to the select panel judge, Ningguang, for the announcement of today's theme.
Thank you all for being here today at the Masterful Chefs Finals. I am the Tianquan Ningguang.
เทียน
The organizers have chosen the theme for today's event, and that theme is of Earth and Waterborn.
Of earth and
แต่น้ำเป็น
waterborn.
ทองเรื่อง
Just like the
เที
Feast
ยน
of
เทียนกัน
Bounteous Land. It's like surf and turf, but the deep and meaningful version.
The rules are simple. The one who receives the most votes wins. Tailor your dishes to the judges' preferences, or win over the audience with your originality. Well then, I look forward to both of your contributions.
Contestants will have
What is
1
that?
hour
คน
of
น่าจะ
cooking
มา
time
เยอะกว่านี้
available
นะ
and may only use ingredients provided by the organizers in their
หมดจ้ะ
dishes. I trust this is no problem. Okay, without further
โอเค
ado,
คนเยอะอยู่
let
นะ
the cooking commence. Begin.
เริ่มเลยเย้เริ่มโลด
Time to pull out all the
เฮ้ย
stops.
รู้ทุก
Show
คนเห็นแล้ว
everyone why
เริ่
you're
ม
the
เถอะ
best.
จริงดิงสู้
Traveler, Paimon. Thanks for coming to support me. Don't you worry. I'm gonna make this the best tasting dish I've ever cooked.
ๆโอเคลุยเลยชิงไปติง
Light it up.
เดี๋ยว
light
เดี๋ยว
it up.
อะไรอ่ะ
First things first.
I don't-
Get the stove on.
เดี๋ยวเราทำอะไรอ่ะจุดไฟเตาจุดไฟเตาอ๋อจุดไฟเตา
Frying pan
โอเค
burns
จุด
the
ไฟเตา
fire.
โอ
Sounds
เค
like the side
เขา
should
คือ
be
บอกว่า
milder,
เครื่องเคียงมัน
which
มีรส
makes
อ่อน
sense to contrast with the main dish. And I guess that's what
น่าจะ
Sunyan
เป็น
meant.
จังหวะ
You
ต้อง
gotta
พอ
have
ดีกัน
on beats and off beats.
ถ้าเอาไปอาจจะ
But
เสีย
at the
ร
same
สชาติ
time, you
ได้
have to end on a high note. So I think I'll add a little sugar to the crystal shrimp just to bring the flavor up a notch.
เพื่อผ่าน6สัมผัสคือรสจิตสังเทียนสารสวรรค์เป็นแปร
Triple layered consomme is pretty
มี
bland to
ร
begin
ส
with.
อ่อน
I
เข้าใจ
can't
ดี
have
เค
two
รื่อง
sides
เคียง
of
ไม่
the
ควร
same
มีรสสัม
texture.
ผัสต่างกัน
But luckily, the organizers have provided some very aromatic broth. It's just a little too
ไม่
gentle.
เอาที่ไหนไม่เอา
Okay,
ไม่เป็นเกิ
this
น
is
ไป
where
อีก
Beto was right. A pinch of salt should
เกลือ
do
เหรอ
the trick.
เมื่อกี้เราหยิบผิดหรือเปล่าวะ เอ้าแล้วทำอะไรต่อ
Junyun chili chicken is the main event. Can't afford to compromise too much here,
ยังไม่ได้
but
เลยครับ
maybe some pepper will
Ito,
set it
may halong
apart
paling
without
rice, oh.
alienating anybody.
เพิ่มพริกไทย โอเค โอเค กูบ้า thank you กูบ้า โอเค เพิ่มพริกไทย
Huh? Oh, Yin Xiao.
ผมชอบ
He
รู้ท่าทาง
doesn't
ไม่ค่อย
look
ดี
so
เท่าไหร่
good.
ทำไมไม่ค่อยดีโลกล่ะ
Guava.
โอ้กูบ้า ได้ทำเฉย
Whoa, what's this?
เป็นยังไง
Hold
การ
up.
จะเกิดเรื่อง
Things
ที่
are
ไม่คาด
taking
คิด
an unexpected. Xiangling's mysterious assistant appears to be aiding her opponent.
ไม่ต้อง
Judges,
สู้แสดงโตเรา
are
ทำ
we going to allow this?
ได้เลยเหรอ
We knew in advance that Xiangling would be accompanied by a mysterious assistant, and the judges agreed that the two could be classed as one individual for the purposes of the
I take no issue with it. In any case, the assistant hasn't done much in the way of
ไม่ติด
assisting.
เลย
No competition would be complete without a little drama.
Please allow me to explain to our host. Prior to the competition, the judges reviewed both contestants, and we can comfortably confirm that neither side is participating in a way that contravenes the competition rules. Xiangling is a highly accomplished chef, and her assistant is more like family to her. Xiangling prepares all of her own dishes herself. All that her assistant will do is occasionally provide a fire source. Given Xiangling's level of culinary skill, the difference between her using firewood or her I appreciate
แต่
everyone's
ไม่จุดไฟ
concerns.
ใช่
The presence of a mysterious
Why?
assistant
But,
performing strange dance moves to cheerlead for
Up
Xiangling
Mandaro
is a
Challenge,
little
Yuri.
unexpected.
ยูริมันตโรอันจะได้
But the mysterious assistant has now started cheerleading for Smiley Yenshao too, demonstrating total
พี่ต้นมีความเป็น
impartiality.
กลาง
By encouraging both Xiangling and
That's right.
โอเค
Guava's not really outside help. Woba just likes to watch people cook. I'm sure the only reason they went over there is to try to help Yanxiao feel less nervous. I give you all my word, Woba will not interfere with the competition. And I would also say that it's a loss to the competition if Yanxiao isn't at the top of his form. I say that as someone who's eaten Yanxiao's cooking at Wangshuin before. He is an excellent chef, and I want this to be a competition between the best.
I
ใช่ใช่ใช่
see. Most amusing.
I have no objections. It's an honor and a privilege to see two
The judges and the officiator accept this
จนเชื่อ
explanation.
เขาไปจุดไป
Let the competition continue.
Yanxiao, are you alright?
I don't know what's wrong with me. I've never been so nervous in my life.
Take it easy. I've been there before. I can help. Try saying a tongue twister to yourself in your head. Or,
Why my dad? That's a bit specific.
because that's what I do.
บ้าบ้าบ้า
I guess I'll think of my mom then. Anyway, you should carry on. I'll be fine.
Nothing's being held up. I'm finished.
Huh? Oh, right. Then I need to.
There you go. That's the attitude we want. You're a very capable chef, Yanxiao. So
Yes, you're right. I can thank you, Xiangling. And thanks to your.
เออ
Well, thanks. Time for me to get cooking.
อุบาย
Time's up.
เจอแล้ว
Both contestants have now finished cooking. I would like to invite them to present their dishes to the judges for evaluation. We will proceed in the order that the contestants finished. Xiangling, please describe your dish.
my dish is Juyun chili chicken with sides of triple layered consomme and crystal shrimp.
ติ่มซำคิตตัน
The
เต็ม
theme is of earth and waterborne, which includes land and sea. In other words, land animals, fowl, and seafood are all potential ingredients. My main dish, Juyun chili chicken, is a combination of fowl and chilies. Juyun chilies capture the essence of the mountains where they grow, and fowl is a gift from the heavens. Triple layered consomme also uses fowl, and its other ingredients are ham and bamboo shoots. These are also flavors from the mountains, but they complement and contrast with the chicken dish. Fresh instead of spicy, the crystal shrimp is made from a combination of rice, shrimp meat, and carrot. A thin, translucent skin wraps diced carrot and a whole shrimp. Shrimps are a gift from the ocean. Tightly wrapping them in a skin made from rice makes this dish a blend of land and sea, fresh with a hint of sweetness. It's the perfect note to end this course.
Ooh, a strong delivery there from Xiangling.
My dish is Adeptus Temptation with a mint salad and golden shrimp balls. As Xiangling says, earth and water means land and sea. So birds, land animals, and seafood were also the ingredients I incorporated. Adeptus Temptation is a much-loved dish in Liyue, and as chef of Wangshuin, I've always been proud to offer this as the... It's a complex dish with very particular ingredients. Smoked ham, crab, fresh shrimp meat, and matsutake. I chose this as my main dish as a sign of respect toward my... The mint salad is my first side. Cool and tender with a subtle sweetness. It's a perfect answer to the rich and strong flavors of the golden shrimp balls is a time-honored classic loved by everyone. A hearty and wholesome broth, followed up with a shrimp ball. Oh, pure bliss.
Paimon can smell it from all the way over here. It's
Judges, please sample the dishes.
เชิญชิมได้คุณกรรมการ
Very impressive. Both contestants' dishes are well considered, expertly made, and truly delicious. I'm gonna have another go.
Now, Xiangling has taken an interesting approach here. She's chosen a cold dish as her main. It's also a unique take on Jueyun chili chicken. Although the dish as a whole is served cold, the chili peppers have been stir-fried, and so they're still just a little warm on the inside.
This Adeptus Temptation is quite exceptional. The triple layer consomme is also a very superlative contribution. Excellent flavor.
Well, judges of the select panel, I will now ask you to consider your votes carefully before writing them down and handing them to me.
Okay.
Also, The organizing committee has selected today's audience judges, and they are now
ไม่อยากชิม
evaluating the
อ่ะ
dishes.
แซลมอนชิมได้ไหม
Everyone who's been lucky enough to sample today's dishes.
How are we not involved in this?
ไม่ไม่ใช่เราเป็นกรรม
Us
การ
to be judges. Paimon has buckets of passion and oodles of expertise when it comes to food. If they don't want Paimon, yippee! For all the chefs there are in the world, and for all the amazing dishes they can cook, the fact remains that
Thank you all for waiting. All votes have been received and counted, and I now invite Ningguang to take the floor and announce the results of the Masterful Chef's finals.
It is my pleasure to
ใคร
announce
จะเป็น
that
ผู้
the
ชนะนะ
winner of the Masterful Chef's finals
ไม่
is
ได้แก่โอ้
by a mere
ลิงชิ
one
งลิง
vote margin.
นี่นะบุตร
Xiangling
แล้วก็หนึ่งเสียงโอ้ยชนะแค่เสียงเดียวเองนะกูบ้า
what? How is it so
ข
close?
นาดนั้นเจ้าเก่งไม่เบาเลยนะ
Well, there it is.
It was a close contest, but we have a winner. Liyue Harbor's Xiangling has beaten Dihua Marsh's Yanxiao by just one vote. There can only be one winner, but the fact that this was so close shows just how much both of these outstanding chefs managed to impress our judges. Thank you both for your stellar A big thank you to all the audience for being here today, especially those who have come from far and wide. As officiator, I declare the result of this competition to be
Thank you all for coming. Until next
เจอกัน
time.
ใหม่คราวหน้าอีกแล้วเหรอ
Please exit the venue in an orderly fashion and remember to take all of your personal belongings with you.
Come on, let's go over and take a look.
เฮ้ยไปแล้วอ่ะโอ้3 คนเดินไปแล้ว2 คนคือชิงอย่านะไม่เอาอย่ามาแอมมองอย่างนี้เดี๋ยวหลุดเลทผัดจิตเสียนกลิ่นหอมจาก8 ทิศไปถึงสวรรค์ชิงหลิงเนี่ยยังชอบเพื่อพูดคุยนี่คนทำอาหารที่เก่งที่สุดมาพูดคุยด้วย
Looks like I won this
ทำไม
time,
เคย
Yanxiao.
ชิงอ่ะมันด
But
อง
I'd
แป๊บนึ
still
ง
like to try your dishes, if that's okay.
Sure, I'll have a try of yours too.
อืม
Truly exquisite.
This Adeptus temptation is really good.
Well, just goes to show that you have a taste for the finer things in life.
No, you've got me all wrong. We're just a small neighborhood restaurant too, so I totally understand. Food is life, and customers are at the heart of all.
กูบ้า
Is that right? Huh. I'd heard you'd gotten famous for your experimental approach to cooking and were all about fancy and exclusive foods. Never realized.
The same goes for you. You can't work in an inn kitchen unless you know how to consistently please customers.
You're the kind of competition I'm glad to have. Let's stay in touch.
You got it. And next time we meet as competitors, let's both.
All right? Deal.
เดี๋ยว
Traveler,
Oh.
Paimon, thanks for coming. Don't even go there. Paimon's
อย่า
still
พูดถึงเลย
peeved.
โกรธแองกี้แบรมอนแองกี้
I can't believe it. You didn't get picked? Well, never mind. Don't get mad. I'll make some more for you when we get back.
แพคโคป้าแพคโม
You will? Woohoo! Great! Oh, the organizer said that Yanxiao and I need to go register our delivery addresses. Apparently, they're gonna deliver an exclusive ingredients package and the prize money at a later date. I'll come find you guys after.
โอเค
Xiangling seems really happy. Looks like
Look at
Kunting
that,
and
how even
Ningguang
up.
left already. As the organizers, they must have gone to wrap up some last-minute things.
เสียน8 ทิศไปถึง9 ชั้นฟ้า 18 แต่8พิดาตามหาเครือชิงใช่เครือชิงนะเดินไปไหนก็ไม่รู้เนี่ยถึงบนอยู่ข้างล่างเลยทางที่ดีที่สุดคือทางลัด เทพสายฟ้าเทพสายฟ้านี่เทพสายฟ้า
왜 사진 안 찍혀?
อันติโกโซทาคาโซอะเทพสายฟ้ากับเทพสายฟ้าเป็นไง สายฟ้าสายฟ้าจิโก้เวนจิโก้นายกอนทาคาโซ
와 여기 사진 찍고. 와.
มัว
봄에 사진 찍고 같이 앉아. 봄에.
ขอไปถ่ายรูปแป๊บนึงนะครับ
왜 재미없어?
뭐 어떻게 세면 누구? 아,
샤오 샤오
안정한데 진짜.
샤오. 왜 라이더 누구?
레이덴 밥 먹고 누구 한 명도.
샤오.
어떻게?มีเพื่อนอยู่แค่2 คนจะไปยังไงล่ะ친구 보내줘?
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
이거 왜 안 찍어? 안정 왜?
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But
왜 어디 샤오? 샤오. 샤오.
라이덴.
샤오.
샤오 누구 같이 샤오 지지야. 후다. 자. ช่วงเวลาแห่งการถ่ายรู
아
ป
뭐야 샤워 이거 많이 큰거 좋지.
ทันจบ
왜 세면 하나
친구 없어. 너 안정 왜 울려? 저기 이거 헤어 보도
every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
샤워 있어.
그쵸?
어떻게 이름이
누구 한 명도 나오세요.
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
เนอะวะนี่รอถ่ายรูปนะครับรอถ่ายรูปคิดเดียวซาจินจิโกะเลยงูเลยดิมันเลย
아니 너 왠지 나 왠지 너 준비 빨리
วิวินตีจู
이거 아니 너 여기
โอ้ก็ไปหาเพื่อนมาได้เอามาจะมาโอเค
됐다
บุโยยกแพง บุเย่แฮว
아니 너 템들 있어 다 보여
เอ๊ะบ้าบ้า โง่เลยจริงดูจริงดูกินเร็วแจ่มThe actual ไม่ปิดมันคืออะไรที่แยกโนโกน่าเช่า
너 샤워하냐 이 친구 샤워 너 준비
เวจาวันจาจุลี
나 템들 바꿔 친구 같이 안 보여
เจ๊งโอเคเอาเกมถ่ายรูปครับผม
지금
คุณอบโซพามี
거기 있어 어디 너도 정말
โอ้โนโตฟู วิคุมายโซนาโซตรังนี่คุมมาเฉยเลย เวโตะไรเดนจุงรีเวนติกุรีแฮโซมาจ้ะ
Every journey has its final day.
นี่
Don't
ช่วง
worry.
คลัดถ่ายรูปนะครับมูดิดูโนจีนมูคาโดลิงกูมู
네, 또 조금 남았어. please.
โอจีคิวโอ้ยเที่ยว
다시 이렇게 쓸만한
โอเคฮะกลับมาแล้วกลับมาสู่อีเวนต์ อีเวนต์จริงๆอีเวนต์ไปถ่ายรูปมาถ่ายรูปแบบเพื่อชิงไม่เสร็จเลย
뭐해요?
คือชิงเนี่ยเกมถ่ายรูปครับมีเกมถ่ายรูปโอเคหนักใจอะไรบนเพื่อชิง
Kuching, there you are.
Oh. You've
มา
huh?
แล้วเหรอ
Is everything okay?
Traveler, I have found myself in something of a predicament.
เจ๊ได้
In the
ไงอ่ะ
competition, I voted for Smiley Yenshao.
ยันเชาว้า
So you're frustrated because you can't go back and vote for Xiangling instead?
No, that's not it. As a judge, I had a duty to remain objective. I made my decision after thinking about it. Xiangling is my friend. So by rights, I should be honest with her about that. But, as you know, I voted based purely on my personal opinion. As a contestant, Xiangling may not be able to appreciate this. And I do not know how to deal with people.
It's no big deal. Just say it however comes naturally. Xiangling of all people isn't bothered about that kind.
Oh, hey, here you are. I've been looking for
ล
you
ง
for
มาหาที่
ages.
เฉยเลย
Xiangling, there's something I need to tell you.
What
ไม่
is
ต้อง
it?
เลยเหรอ
My grandfather always said to me, in contests of food, always follow your heart. Which is to say that in gastronomical disputes, or indeed competitions, one must, of course,
Yeah,
that was just
okay,
my
yeah,
grandfather's
okay.
opinion. But I have to say, I am so. Despite the fact that I am your friend, I cast my vote for Smiley Yenshao's Adeptus Temptation. Well, maybe it was. I like golden shrimp balls. Is that a problem?
ใช่ดิ
You were acting so serious that I honestly thought something was up. It's fine. Doesn't
Huh?
You voted for who you wanted to, and that's totally okay. In fact, that's exactly how it should be. So, you made a point of telling me. Is that...
Don't be absurd.
Didn't I say already? I love this about you. You're just so conscientious about everything. Seeking reassurance is what novices do, and it's been a long time since I was a novice. The way forward from today will only get more challenging, as will the dishes I'll need to cook. Honestly, I'll need friends like you along the way. You have a strong sense of responsibility, Kuching. But you know, not everything is always about responsibility. Yes, you're a Qixing, but you're also you, Kuching. You know that's what Ningguang's like, right? Beido's always telling me about how well she gets along with Ningguang. They even play chess aboard her ship sometimes.
ใช่ก็ชอบเล่นหมากรุกด้วยกัน
So you see, Ningguang's kind of bold in that she doesn't let her identity and reputation get in the way of her ability to have a good time. You could take a leaf out of her book. Outside of work, it's time to let go and relax.
Traveler, Xiangling. Anyway, what are we standing around here for? Let's go and check on the status of the stove.
Okay.
Oh yeah! Paimon had nearly forgotten about that.
เอาเทเป็นเตาไฟต่อ เทเป็นเตาไฟ ตรวจสอบหินขนาดใหญ่
How strange. It hasn't
ไม่เปลี่ยน
changed
ไป
one
เลย
bit.
นั่นน่ะสิ
This doesn't make any sense. We cooked our hearts out. Does this mean the competition wasn't enough to awaken the statue?
Oh well. I suppose it was simply not meant to be.
Yeah, we've waited this long already. There's no harm in waiting a little long, right, Xiangling? Yup, there's still time. Let's be patient. We'll all see this through together. On another note, I have some good news for you, Kuching. Things are looking optimistic for that recipe you gave me. Master came by before the competition and filled in the parts that were missing. So now I'll be able to cook it. In fact, I'll go find somewhere to make it right now.
Xiangling.
And Traveler, could you come with
โอเค
me? Huh? You only just beat Smiley and Chow. You think you're up for
ห
challenging
รื
us
อว่าอาหาร
already?
ชิ้นนี้คือจะทำให้ โอเค ไป
Obviously not what I meant. You collect recipes, don't you? I thought you'd probably be needing this dish during your travels, so I figured I'd share it with you. Oh, right. Paimon knew that. Huh? Jeez.
What are you staring at me for? Go on, cook it.
โอเคเฮ้ยได้สูตรอาหารมาเฉยสูตรอาหารอะไรชีสมิสพรมเปงโอเคทำตรงนี้ได้ไหมเฮ้ยทำตรงนี้ก็ได้ดีจุดไฟโดยใช้ เฮ้ยลูกคนไฟเลยไปไงปิดโตนี่เหรอมันคืออะไรอ่ะเพราะมันเป็นอาหารหมีนี่ใช่ไหมโดยเท้าหมีด้วยให้น้องสินงานต้องมาโอ้ยได้2 แถม 1
어디 만들어?
ขอบคุณโตรเอ้าตังค์หมดเฉยเย้
Done! So this is what the dish from the recipe looks like. Let's go give it to Kuching.
มาแล้ว
Let's go together.
เครื่องชิงอาหารมาแล้วบูบา
The traveler and I made one each. Here, have it.
Thank you. Don't mind if I do.
คืออะไรอ่ะ
What is it?
เนี่ย
What does that face mean?
This flavor.
รสชาตินั้น
I've tasted it before.
คือชิงก็ซิบอยู่ในใจ
Apologies. Xiangling, Traveler, thank you
ที่ร
both.
สชาติแบบที่ต้องการ
This is it tastes wonderful and quite amazingly.
Really? That's awesome! I didn't have a chance to fully explain before. In fact, when Master had filled in the missing parts of the recipe for me, you already knew? You mean you were able to make this without ever seeing the recipe?
ไม่มีตัวทำเป็น
Uh-huh. My dad taught me how to make it. Wait, but isn't this dish from
นี่เขาไป
Kuching's
โบกมือเลย
grandpa's
ใช่ไหม
notes, though?
About that. I do not believe that this recipe was my grandfather was a well-known real estate tycoon in Liyue, and also a scholar. He was an avid collector of old books and was quite knowledgeable on many of Liyue's customs and traditions. As a child, I used to spend a lot of time with him in his study. We'd read the classics together. He used to say, books are just a bridge that bring us a little closer to history. It's up to those of us in later generations to ask these questions. Since then, my grandfather has passed on, and I've grown up to become a Chising. My views on Rex Lapis have changed in this time too. For me, the name Rex Lapis is inextricably wound up with memories of my grandfather. Whenever I see his name written down, it always reminds me of sitting in my grandfather's study, seeing all of his... As I said earlier,
เป็นลายของจุงลีเหรอ
this recipe
ฮะ
came
หรือ
from
ไง
those same notes. It's an ancient dish that he was trying to restore to its original form. But, unfortunately, still, each time he tried cooking it, he'd always get me to have a taste
Nice.
while...
Ancient dish? Are cornbread buns written? Well, at least in my family it is. My dad learned how to make it from his dad, and so we call them chili mince cornbread buns. They're a traditional folk food snack, easy to pack up and take with you on the road.
เบื่อเบื่อเบื่อ ไม่อยากกินบ้าง
Seeing
เหรอ
guoba just reminded me of something. I actually made this dish on the day I first met guoba.
อ่า
How did you first meet?
เจอโกบ้าเดี๋ยวดูเขาทำได้
It was in a cave in the mountains. I ducked inside to get out of the rain and saw an offering table in there, so I put the cornbread buns I'd brought with me on it.
บงมาด้วยมา
Then I ended
ว้า
up
ยข้างหลังกินอะไร
and
ก็ไม่
when I
รู้
woke up, I found out that guoba had eaten every last one. Guoba followed me around ever since. We're practically family. Hold up! Stop the conversation. Look,
ก็น่า
the
กิน
stone.
โอ้หินแตก ดูหินแตกเลยโอ้โห
Burst open.
มันหินโกบ้าเจ๊ โกบ้าไม่ใช่เหรอ
Guoba?
มาถึง
What are you?
เป็นเธอได้เหรอ
What?
มาแล้ว ตกใจ ดูก็ทำหน้าตกใจ
Ah, I see the chili mince cornbread buns have been
Why not, you know?
served.
Master!
Uh,
Look! The stove god statue looks just like Guoba!
Oh, indeed it does. After all, Guoba is the deity you've been searching for.
เดี๋ยวเจ้าเดี๋ยวไป
God of the stove.
Guoba is a god?
You asked me if a sufficiently festive atmosphere would be enough to reawaken the stove god. And the stove god has always been a deity with great affection for the people, and who acts in response to their desires. To him, passion can be a technique, a skill, something derived from experience. Masterful chefs is wonderfully exciting, but it is more an exercise of passion than of desire.
แล้ว
And
ท่าอย่าง
passion
เท่เลย
alone will not suffice to reawaken the stove god, but just now, when Kuching ate this dish she had longed for, a deeply held desire was fulfilled. As well as receiving an answer to her question, she also gained something. The enormous power unleashed by the fulfillment of this desire resonated with the stove god's statue, and caused it to manifest once more the form it took in the
อย่าง
past.
สุดมีแต่อากาศ
Of
ด้วย
course, the stove god himself is not contained within the statue. The true stove god has been here.
อืม
How does it feel, seeing a statue of yourself from your glory days? Ah, look at him. Still so majestic.
Glory days? Wait, what happened? Did Guoba used to be different from...
Oh, yes. Back in his day, your Guoba was but all the wisdom and power he had then, he has since surrendered.
A god surrendering their power to the soil. I have heard this turn of phrase before.
The kinds of trials and tribulations that a land can face are far more than you could imagine. Droughts, floods, the threat of disaster will never fully disappear from Liyue. Even woes that have never been faced before in history will come to pass in the future. Such things affect you more. He once walked with you over the barren plains until you arrived at last at the harbor. He joined. It was his hand that lit the very first street lamp of Liyue and brought the aroma of cooked food into every household in the land. You mortals no longer remember him, but back in the age when you did, he was the closest of all.
อย่างที่ใกล้ชิดเพิ่มอุ้ยมาแล้ว
Marchosius, god of the stove, born from a spark when stone struck stone. He was a god with a great love for humanity and their well-being. Millennia ago, the people sought to expand their city. They built a dwelling on the plains and called it the Gueli Assembly. The stove god cared greatly for the people, turning himself into minions who went into every home, fostering food and solidarity alike. Alas, their home was taken by a flood, The waters ravaged the Gwali assembly and forced the people back south to Liyue Harbor. Though the distance was not far, the journey was plagued by a terrible storm. For a dozen days, the Adepti stayed by their side. During this time, the stove god cooked an ancient delicacy, flatbread with a meat sauce to stave off the cold and damp, fit for those on the move. Centuries later, disaster and plague arose once more. The stove god would appear no longer, for he placed all of his power into the land itself to quell the calamities. His power expended, and his wits greatly reduced. Thus his body decreased in size. By the time he parted ways with us, he wasn't even the height of a human. He told Rex Lapis and I of the dishes that bring joy and of the secrets of the flame, then went into the mountains and entered into a long slumber.
มีโอ้โหสปอยล์โซ
The stove god departed, and Guoba was born. When he awoke, he ate the chili mince cornbread buns placed on the offering table by a young lady in yellow. Though he did not remember the past, he was profoundly moved and decided to follow this young lady thereafter. The stove god had quietly disappeared, but the vendors rose early to hawk their wares. People went out to buy goods, lit their stoves, and cooked food, just as they had done every day for as long as they could remember. In Liyue, things have always been this way.
อย่างสุด เทพไหนบ้างอ่ะ
Nature provides, the mountains rejoice. We are blessed by heaven's
เนี่ยมันต้องเป็นวัน
grace.
ทำปีหรือเป็นใครสักอย่าง
Years have gone by. The world has transformed. But our way of life
นี่
survives.
เสียงใครจันยูเหรอจีชีแม่ปุริโต
Fame and fortune is only a season. It is the moment that we should embrace.
เนี่ยเจ๊นี่เป็นใครใส่หมวกนะเหมือนแม่มดเลยเนาะ
Past meets present. Heritage becomes legacy. Long into the future may we thrive.
You once told me that dining is the profoundest of customs in the human world. To eat well, it is a matter of paramount importance, you said, for people cannot face the arduous journey ahead. A humble meal of maize and spring water is also profound in that. By ensuring one's survival, my dear friend,
โคบา
Liyue has changed so much while you have slept.
Guoba, this is kind of a huge deal. Why didn't you say anything? He is not who he once was. Even the power of speech.
Oh,
Guoba, but
Xiangling.
Do not be saddened, youngling. There are two sides to everything. Guoba may have lost many of his formal faculties. In this world we inhabit, who can truly be said to live a life free of all woes? But he has gone further than us in his journey. He had both wisdom and courage. Everything he took upon himself, he was also ready to part with. So since you are his friend, take good care of him. Go.
I will. You can count on
Xiangling, you have an adeptal affinity. Guoba follows you around because he has respect for you. The moment he awoke, he was met with the familiar flavor in the chili mince cornbread buns he ate. After all that time, he still recognized the dish he had invented, and he approved of you as the—
That's right. The taste of one's home cuisine always brings back memories of home. Though he remembered nothing, eating the food you had cooked gave him—
You may be the first person in history to give the stove god the experience of being a satisfied customer. That makes you—
If that's true, I couldn't be happier. Because putting a smile.
Well then, it's getting late and I still have things to do. Traveler, Paimon, Xiangling, thank you all very much. I look forward to spending more time together in the future.
ไว้มาเจอกันใหม่นะเคยชิง
Guess my dad's
แต่อย่าเพิ่ง
probably
มา
heard
เจอ
the
ตอน
good news
เปิดลูก
already,
เต่า
but I should still go catch up with him. Master, it's been a while since you came by. Why don't you join me? He thinks about you all the time, you know. He's always telling me to invite.
Oh, goodness me. Then off we go then. Let's saunter over gently and see how all the city folk.
เฮ้ยเก็บตัวแล้วเหรอเอาไปตามจะอ้อมทำไมมาแล้วเอ้าโกบ้าวิ่งไปไหนอ่ะ
Guoba's taken off.
นั่นมันโอ้จุงลีก็มา
같이 죽었어, 줄리고 뭐가 같이. อาจจะกินกับกูมาพูดละจุลิพ่อมาจิกมาจิกเลย
ปูจงมาเฉยขอกินไอติมก่อนโอ้รอตั้งนานอะไร ไม่ถ่ายรูปก่อนปูจงมาเฉย
Oh, it's you.
โอ้เธอนั่นเองอุ้ยปูจงจำได้ จุงเดียระอ้าว
Hello there, old friend.
จริงด้วยมันน้ำตาไหลรอแบบแป๊บนึงขอถ่ายรูปก่อนเฮ้ยโอ้ยน้ำตาไหลเลยลาลาลา
Oh, bless my soul. Are you out for a stroll as well?
Given the season, it felt fitting to take a leisurely walk while the meal is being prepared.
Quite right. And it also gave us the chance to run into you. Guoba may not recognize you, but as ever, he seems quite delighted to see you.
นี่ข้างหลังนี่เหมือนไอ้นี่นะข้างหลังตรง
Woba doesn't remember anything, but can still feel when something's familiar?
ใช่
Friendship will always withstand the ravages of
ว้
time.
ายเขาถ่ายรูปสุดอะ
Traveler, what do you think of the name of this festival? Moon Chase. The moon is a carrier of countless emotions. So many things only seem to surface as we gaze up beneath its poignant glow. Wherever the moonlight shines, the heart is wont to follow. Fond memories of those no longer with us. Debts of gratitude to old friends. The meaning of ages past and gone. All these things and more. They are why people chase the moon.
เนี่ยเป็นบอกความหมายของมูนชีจริงๆ
In old age, the sight of many things puts one in a wistful mood. But children are always a beautiful sight to see. Such exuberant life force. It seems to well up from deep within the land itself. A land that has been in existence for so many millennia, and yet one that still dazzles today. Traveler, this Moon Chase Festival has been all the more entertaining with you here to witness it. Now, let's have Xiangling brew us a nice pot of tea. We shall drink and chat at our leisure.
ใช่โอ้อ้าเตียนเตียนแกจะจินเฉยเลยเหรอโอ้โหปู่จง
안 탔어.
จริงจ้ะ
씻어.
We have to try the winning dish of this year's masterful
อ่า
chef.
ยากิ
Is it time? As expected of my daughter, your culinary skills are today. That's not being honest. That's just plain stupid.
ถ่ายรูปThe gang
These bombs, so heavy.
Wu Zhongli.
The food at Wan Min restaurant is excellent. I eat here all.
Ah, you can say that again. Xiangling is a remarkable child. Surely the culinary talent of the century.
No. ก็ยืนคุยกันเฉย
Indeed. To have mastered the craft at her age lends credence to the old aphorism that heroes are made
อ๋อ
young.
ขอยืนคุยกับจงนี้ก่อนกูบ้า
The food at Wan Min restaurant is
Ah, you can say that again.
indeed. To have mastered the craft at her age. The food at
อ๋อคุยก็เหมือนกันหมดเลย
indeed.
นึกว่าคุยเดียวกันนะไม่ได้คุยกันเฉยน้องชิงหลิง
Everyone's here to eat. What should I cook? Let me think. I've got some fowl and some fish and shrimp meat. So I can do... Everyone's gonna...
ว้าวโอ้จงจะอยู่นี่ไงเควสจบเฉยเลยยะ
Do you want to come fish blasting with me?
มีจบเควสไหมอ่ะ ฮะอยู่แล้วครับ มาตอนสุดท้ายจริงด้วยปู่โอ้อีเวนต์แสงนวลเขาจัด
Found it for a whole day, but it's way worth it because the fish tastes so good. ความเด่นรู้หน้ามาไหมคอมมูนิตี้เพราะว่ามีฮัลโหลกดเหรอเราทำได้ยากกว่าบ่ายโมงแล้วนะอืมกูมันแล้วโคโรนานี่ก็ไงอีกโซนโคโรนาไงกูดีไง
우리 안 보면서 혼자는 왜 은하나니까 지우고양가
ค่ะค่ะ
혼자 알아보 있고 너 가고 싶어?
พิงโก้รอคัดโรยบอก
나 보고 가요
โอดีเวน
호요래 말렸어 호요래
มาโซเนี่ยออดีอีเวนต์ปริศนามหาสนุกไพมอนแพ็กเกจสุดท้ายจบไว้แค่นี้เองอย่างสนุก